Hello everyone, today I'm going to be guiding you through the Aqa Gcse English Language Paper 1 and 2, so sit back and listen while I dive into it. First of all, let's look at Paper 1. Paper 1 focuses on explorations in creative writing and reading, and it's divided into two sections. Section A is reading. You will be asked to read one literature fiction text and answer 4 questions on it. This extract is unseen, which means that unlike the literature test that you have studied in school, so for example, A Christmas Carol, an Inspector Calls, and so on, you and your teachers will not know that this extract could come up in the exam. Then we have section B, which is all about writing. You will be given 2 writing tasks, descriptive and narrative, and you have the option to choose which one you want to do. The writing tasks are linked by theme to the reading extract. This means that if your reading extract talks about how a stormy weather affected the mood of someone, your writing task could be to perhaps write a description of a stormy sea or write about a time you had a terrible day. Okay? Now let's go back to section A for a minute and look at how the reading questions are structured. Like I said earlier, you will be asked to read an extract and answer 4 questions on it. You have 1 short question that is worth 4 marks in total, 2 long questions that are worth 60 marks, and lastly, 1 extended question that is worth 20 marks. Now, for the sake of clarity, my reference to short and long has to do with the length of the response that the question requires of you. Okay? All the questions in section A are worth 40 marks in total. Now let's move on to section B. Like I said, you have an extended writing task to do and you're required to write extensively. This question is worth 40 marks in total. However, the marks are divided into 2 parts, 24 marks for content and 60 marks for technical accuracy. Technical accuracy has to do with your use of spelling and punctuation, your vocabulary and sentence structures. Content, on the other hand, has to do with your awareness of purpose and audience, tone, style of writing, your use of structural and grammatical features, okay? And finally, to complete paper 1, you will be given 1 hour and 45 minutes. Overall mark for both section A and B is 80, and this paper is worth 50% of your GCSE in English language. With that being said, I will now guide you through paper 2. Although there are some similarities between paper 1 and 2, paper 2 is slightly different from paper 1. Paper 2 focuses on writers' viewpoints and perspectives and is divided into 2 sections. Section A is reading. You will be asked to read 1 non-fiction text and 1 literary non-fiction text, and you are required to answer 4 questions on them. As usual, the extracts are unseen. Please remember that in paper 1, the extracts you are reading are fictional, which means they are created from the writer's imagination, whereas the extracts in paper 2 are non-fiction. They are real and based on facts, so these extracts could be in the form of letters, newspaper articles, or travel writing. Okay? So we said section A is reading, so let's go to section B, which is writing. Unlike paper 1, you do not have the option of choosing which writing task you want to do. You are given only a writing task and you need to write extensively. As usual, the writing tasks are linked by a theme to the reading extract. This means that if your reading extract talks about sport, your writing task could be to write a newspaper article to express your point of view on the statement, all sports should be fun, fair, and open to everyone. Okay? Now, let's go back to section A for a minute and look at how the reading questions are structured. Like I said earlier, you will be asked to read 2 extracts and answer 8 questions on them. For the sake of clarity, I will be referring to the extracts as source A and source B. Question 1 is related to source A. Question 2 is related to source A and B. Question 3 is related to source B. And question 4 is related to both source A and source B. Now let's look at these questions more closely. You have one short question that is worth 4 marks in total, 2 long questions that are worth 20 marks, and lastly, one extended question that is worth 60 marks. All the questions in section A are worth 40 marks in total. Now let's move on to section B. You have an extended writing task to do. The question is worth 40 marks in total. Just as in paper 1, 24 marks are for content and 16 marks are for technical accuracy. To complete paper 2, you will be given an hour and 45 minutes. Overall mark for both section A and B is 80 marks, and this paper is worth 50% of your GCSE in English language. Okay? As I approach the end of this video, I would like to add that GCSE English language is not only about paper 1 and 2, there is also a spoken language assessment that you need to do. Before you panic, let me just tell you that the mark you get does not count towards your GCSE English language. Obviously, this does not mean that you do not need to take it seriously. For your spoken language assessment, your teacher will ask you to pick a topic of your choice and present it to your classmates. This could be about climate change, it could be about racial discrimination, and so on and so forth. Okay, you need to choose a topic. You will be assessed on A07 and A09. If you want to know more about AOs, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can receive the notification when the video comes out. Your spoken language assessment will be marked by your English teacher, and he or she will be looking out for the way you present your topic to your audience, your use of standard English, and your readiness to answer the questions that the audience asks you. Okay, so I've reached the end of this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have learned something new and you're looking forward to learn more, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you.